You're a political scientist and an authority on good governance. Chief Justice removal, Professor Prof Gyampo. What do you think?
Well, let me see. My general view is that I wish we are able to grow as a democracy such that once people get appointed, they themselves also conduct themselves such that their appointment, even though they have secured tenure, their appointment is also truly secured, because then you wouldn't have done anything that would attract people's interests, and people would have warranted maybe the call for your removal or something like that. So my point is, nobody has just gotten up to say that the Chief Justice should be removed. It's as a result of a certain process. People have petitioned. The President has set up a committee as by law, as required by law, and they are looking into the matter. I wish that as they look into the matter, if we are told that the Chief Justice is flawless or the Chief Justice is not guilty, then let her be exonerated. But if per the work that is being done by the committee, truly those who raised issues with her have a case, and then the whip or a decision will have to be taken in accordance with law. I mean, so will be it. So long as it is not somebody, let's say the appointing authority, so long as it's not the President manipulating anything, okay, but so long as the outcome of the process is going to be fair and genuine, I mean, whatever it could go either way. However it goes, I mean, it's a process, and so we should just respect it.
But you're saying the process is constitutional.
Yeah, if the process is constitutional and it is following law, and it is not that the executive arm of government is manipulating things, but it's the process that is going on. I mean, we're all here. It's happened before. The processes were allowed to go on. And so my view is that duty bearers, when you are given the opportunity to serve such that nobody would have issues that would compel them to want to petition for your removal.
But shouldn't they feel confident that if a petition goes?
My point is that, you see, everybody would have to be appointed by somebody. Okay? You wouldn't come from the moon to come and head a position. But when you are appointed, how you discharge your duty should be such that you should be able to win the admiration of all. I work with the Shippers Authority, and I'm serving the shipper interest across the political divide. MPP shippers are there, NDC shippers are there.
How do you know them? How do you know MPP shippers?
Oh, I'm saying that Ghanaians, we are highly politicized. We are highly divided on the lines of the two main political parties, and so I have not spoken to them about their political affiliations. But I know that you have MPP people there, you have NDC people there, but you are serving their interest, all of them, regardless of the partisan coloration. And so my point is that once you are given that role to serve, discharge it such that the NDC people would admire you, the MPP people would admire you, the PNC people would admire you, the C people, then they'll say, well, this man or this woman, well, he's not for us. We didn't appoint him, we didn't appoint her, but we like the way and manner he or she is being fair and honest to the job that he or she is doing. And in that case, you yourself, you also strengthen the nation's effort and quest to build
shouldn't such persons, shouldn't we have a system where such persons are very confident that going through the process there will be no political underhand dealings? Shouldn't we have that kind of confidence? If we should, do you support the cause that in future such hearings should not be in camera?
Well, I do not think that in the first place, looking at the composition of the committee and what is going on, I don't think that if you have a case, you should fear. You see, my father, before he died, he told me that okay. So if your matter, you have a solid case, you don't fear. Look, I applied for promotion to the rank of a full professor of political science around the time that I was fighting with virtually everybody who was supposed to be defending my application. Okay, at that time, I virtually had issues with all of them. But I knew the work that I'd done. And I felt that the work would speak for me. And so it didn't matter whether you liked me or didn't like me. When it went abroad, it came. And the work spoke. Okay, so my point is that if you have a genuine case,
should we not remove the in-camera hearing to put more pressure on the authorities to do a good thing?
But you think that they are doing something?
I've not heard. I don't know.
But I think that it depends on what the law or the rule says. What is fair is what I asked for. And so if per their processes, they have to sit in camera because of the sensitivity of some of the issues, that is their judgment, and I will respect it because they are more learned than I may be.
No, the law says they should sit in camera.
Well, the law says they should.
During the process, people in the bar association said, no. Put this for the general public to see.
People in the bar association say that
civil society,
they should go
why don't you consider
against the law?
Yeah, why don't you consider?
I'm saying people in the bar association say they should go against the law.
Yeah, we're looking for an
but
amendment.
Why don't we? So let us sit and amend the law. I was having a discussion with Mr. Adom-Otchere on an issue, and I was trying to make a certain point to him, and he told me that, look, your point is reasonable, but until you push for an amendment of the law is the law. And so if Ghana Bar Association, they are still,
not as a group, but some of them.
Some of them.
Not as a group, yeah.
Those who are arguing the way you are arguing, if they truly believe in what they are doing, I think that the best thing is for them to help.
So you don't consider it as an attack on the judiciary? This process of finding a prima facie and sending the Chief Justice into the Article 146 process. You don't see it as an attack on the judiciary?
No, so
some people see it as an attack on the judiciary.
Well, I mean, that is their opinion. But if there is a case and somebody petitions and you say it should be looked into, if you describe it as an attack, when the case came, it wasn't that we heard the matter. The presidency got wind of the petition and say, because somebody has petitioned you, we are kicking you out. That didn't happen.
They couldn't have done that.
Yes. So my point is that it is as a matter of due process. The law itself, the courts themselves, don't they also favor due processes? And so if due processes are being followed and you describe it as an attack on the judiciary, then it means we want us to create a jungle of some untouchables. But in democracy, we are all equal, regardless of your position that you hold. If you run afoul of the law, you must be dealt with according to the law. Mm-hmm. I was driving and I was stopped by the police. And they thought I'd done something untoward. And they stopped me. They were talking to me. They asked whatever they were looking for. I showed it to them. They said, go. It is regardless of status. We should all be dealt with according to the law, irrespective of who you are. And so if a certain segment of the citizenry are being dealt with and we discuss or we describe it as an attack, then it means that we want some people to be untouchable in society. And I think that...
I have my own last...